And after doing 18 years of real estate or 800 plus deals completed,
Dang.
I have lots of stories I can pull from. Lots of stories for sure. I can tell you about this. I'll tell you about the container boy story.
Container boy.
It's a little funny.
The
I
container boy.
yeah, I talked about it on Deals Over Drinks podcast before, but um, this is less drinks, so I can probably tell a little bit more cohesive here. All right.
Okay.
So long story short, we had our acquisition team reach out, tax liens, piece of land, call acquisition calls, got a hold of a guy. He's willing to sell the lot. This is probably about maybe 5-6 years ago, out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Talked with the seller. Him and I negotiated a number down to like $20,000 for the lot, and so he's gonna come in here, sign the agreement. I'm like, come in at my office at 2. And so he's like, cool, I'll come there too. So I hear somebody come in there. Somebody's in the conference room like at 1 o'clock. I'm on a call. I seen he came an hour early. I'm like, hey, I'm still in a call. I said, when I'm done, I could get with you. He's like, all right, cool, no worries. Sits down there. Probably like 30 minutes after he's sitting down there, I'm still on my call, working on another deal I'm closing. And the seller gets, I see him gets really frustrated and frazzled, and I hear him like slamming the table a little bit, and then I hear him like saying something to Jennifer, who's my operation lady at the time, and he ends up like says like something. I hear him say something. I hear someone walking out, so I put my call on hold. I walk out there, and you see a letter like this is BS. You make me wait. I'm out of here. And so I go out there, and I'm like, all right, let me go and stop him and see what the issue is. So I go out there, and I'm running to stop because I'm thinking about to drive off, and I hear beep beep, and those little alarm, the car alarm. So I'm looking around for the car, and I look to the side. He has an alarm on his bike, so he's all trying to pick up the bike. I'm like, oh man, what's going on here? So I walk up to him like, hey, what's going on? He's like, oh, this is BS. You make me wait, and that's not what I'm about. I'm like, I got you, I get it, but you came an hour early. I told you to hold on. But you got my attention now. Like, let's get this deal done now. Like, no, I'm not gonna do this deal. You're trying to steal my property from me. I'm like, who's trying to steal your property? You're probably with those other people. I'm like, who's trying to steal your property? He's like, Elijah, I'm not gonna sell your property. So he gets on his bike. He starts pedaling off. So I get in front of the bike. Cause I can stop a bike. I can stop a car. So I'm like, hold on a second. Like, what's the real issue? He's like, I'm not gonna take this low. You're trying to just give me nothing for the property. I'm like, well, what do you have on the property? He's like, I have my house there. I'm like, well, there's no structure there. He's like, I have a big container that I live in the container. Those big old bins that you throw away trash. He lives in there, and then he goes out to friends and places to shower up, but he sleeps in there. And I'm like, I never heard this before. I'm like, okay, well, we got to get a time to get to move your home to another lot, which I can help you for. He's like, no, Elijah, get out front of my bike, and he pulls a knife out on me. So I do real estate. Yeah, I do real estate, and he's at my office. The guy pulls a knife out, and I'm like, listen. I told him I do real estate, so we don't have interactions like this. I want to help you. I'm not trying to hurt you. So how about you put the knife away?
I'm not a drug dealer, bro.
So I was like, why don't you put the knife away so we can talk for a second? So he puts the knife away. I'm like, listen, what's the real issue? What are you really concerned about? He's like, they're trying to kill me. So now after doing real estate long enough, I speak crazy talk fluently when you're dealing with sellers, right? So the core is you got to, connect with them, empathize with them. So you can't look at like they're crazy. You got to go into crazy mode with them, right? So I'm saying, all right, so who's trying to kill you? He's like, oh, the governor knows knows what I know, and he has gang members shooting up my house, aka his container. And they almost got him one time, and so he needs to get out of here. He has evidence, and that's why he needs to move. So I'm like, well, what you first need to do, you need to corroborate your story, and you need to document that. And so I have a private investigator I could connect you with. He will help document your story, and then we could get you with the attorney so you could go after the governor. Well, first you got to pay him, and before you can pay him, you got to have some money. And so if you come and sign the agreement, I'll do an introduction for you with my private investigator. So he's like, all right, Elijah. He comes back in there. I give him $2,000 more. So I give him $22,000 so he can see that I'm added value. I literally connected with my private investigator. I don't know wherever I went to, but that was literally, we ended up selling that property for like 40,000. So we ended up making like 15,000, 16,000 on the deal. but I almost got shanked at my own office. And you got to talk crazy talk with these sellers to bring them on home. That's for sure. One of the many crazy ones I got.
That's so